Research Gateway, an enterprise-grade self-service portal for orchestrating computational resources in AWS Cloud, provides researchers access to scalable, high-performance computing with its integration of AWS Parallel Computing Service, or PCS. AWS PCS is a managed service that makes it easier for you to run and scale your high-performance computing workloads and build scientific and engineering models on AWS using Slurm. In this video, we shall see details of this integration, including provisioning of a cluster, submission of a job, and monitoring the costs. Research Gateway allows provisioning of PCS clusters from the project catalog, which sets up all the AWS resources required. First, let's log in as a principal investigator. The first step is to create a project. Click the Add New button on the My Project screen. Create the project without the standard catalog. We will assign the catalog items later. Once the project is active, let's add the required catalog items to the project from the catalog screen. The Research Gateway catalog offers two versions of the AWS PCS template, a quick launch version that helps you get started with minimum inputs and an advanced template that gives you more fine-grained control. On successful addition of the catalog items to the project, they will appear in the Available Products tab of the project. Next, let's take a look at provisioning a cluster from the catalog. The AWS PCS Advanced template gives finer control on inputs. You can control the size of the Slurm cluster, the number of login nodes, the minimum and maximum computational nodes, the instance types, etc. You can also choose EFS or FSX file systems to mount to the cluster nodes. For this demonstration, we shall choose the AWS PCS Quick Start template to bring up a basic cluster. This creates a small-sized Slurm scheduler with a single login node. The maximum number of computational nodes is restricted to 4. We shall also create a key pair with which to connect to the login node later. The cluster takes about 20 minutes to provision. Once the cluster becomes active, we can share the cluster with the whole project. This makes the cluster accessible to all the project team members. Next, let's log in as a project team member. The researcher sees the cluster available for use in the My Products section of the project. She can now click on SSH button and use the key pair shared by the project administrator to connect to the login node. The researcher can then edit or create the script to submit a job to the cluster. She can submit the job using the sbatch command and use the sinfo command to monitor the status of the job. Once the job is submitted, the AWS PCS cluster creates the compute nodes required to process the job and executes the script on those nodes. The researcher can create additional visualization nodes from the project catalog if required. These high-powered remote desktops provide a graphical UI to visualize results of the computation. Software required for visualizing the results can be built into the machine image. Research Gateway tracks the costs automatically and provides a breakdown by project and cluster. For more information, contact marketing@relevancelab.com.